What is something that requires almost no skill, yet you still struggle to do? Cook rice. One time I ripped the skin on my hand trying to open a Gatorade bottle. You have the grip strength of a gorilla and the skin tensile strength of cotton balls. Anything regarding my health insurance. Focus on my job. Greet people before immediately launching into a conversation. I really need to work on greeting people before conversing/complaining. Be happy. Feel better. I upvoted you to make you smell as. Putting my hair up without one part pulling more than the rest and it hurts. I'm 33 years old and I'm terrible at cutting my own fingernails. It always looks like a child did it with safety scissors. Left-handed safety scissors. At least you try. I still bite mine. You know how in Spanish you have to roll your tongue for some words? Yeah, I simply cannot do it. Same for me, but with French. French is more like gargling on a G. Keep trying. Saran wrap. Alpi said something that requires almost no skill. Not something that no one can control and was invented by the devil. Basic freaking human interaction. Running. Can't do a mile without dying midway through. There's a program called Couch to 5K that's designed around getting people who have never run before it's good enough to shape to run a 5K, which is about 3 miles. It's extremely popular and free. For Sabaks of the Mile Runner gym pop-up. Opening shopping bags when they are stuck together. I may as well have shovels for hands. Returning literally any phone call I miss. Or answering. Scooping up my food onto my fork when I eat. Opening a bottle or a jar. Blowing up a balloon. For me it is tying the balloon. I'm the worst tooth fairy. Ovulating. I'm 28 and I don't think I've ever managed to shave without missing some on my neck. Am I really the only adult that can't swallow pills without almost dying? Communicate goodly. English. Handwriting. A drunk squirrel probably has better handwriting than me. Blowing up a balloon. Reverse my car in a straight line. Swallowing my saliva. I tend to choke on my saliva very often. Recapture. Quality Reddit posts. Slightly more than basic math. I've known how to do it since grade school, but my brain goes doesn't want to devote the resources to it. So I open up a calculator app for embarrassingly simple equations. Get up when my alarm goes off. Get out of bed. Tie my shoes and breath once I think about it. According to the cool kids, a relationship. Connecting a USB drive correctly the first, or even second time. Knowing what comes next in the alphabet without singing it. I've always had bowls in the left cupboard, but every morning I open the right one, then close it, so I can open the left one for a bowl point. It's stupid, been doing that for like a decade. Drink from a water bottle, like the ones you screw the lid off of. I can't freaking do it. I almost always spill. It's real annoying, lem tell you. Using scissors. I'm a lefty. Continuing to exist. Chat to girls. Not overeat. Planning ahead on gift giving occasions, so I have stuff ready before the last minute. It's always the birthday, and I'm doing around trying to find a good gift and wrapping paper. I have 2 months until 2 kids' birthdays and Father's Day. I should get on that now. I can't spread butter evenly on a slice of toast. I either ruin the bread or the butter is lumped in one corner. I don't know what is wrong with me, and I would blame me being left-handed, but other left-handed people are good at shiz. Breathing. Apparently, tying a tie. I freaking suck. Literally freaking anything. Driving on bikes for men. I just can't do it. Cleaning the fucking floor, there will always be dust left. Slicing a freaking bagel. Walking in the school hallways without tripping. Impulse control. Relax. Every time I've ever gotten a massage or a mani/PD, the person has always had to remind me 5 or 6 times to just relax. I think I'm incapable of just letting the tension go. Running. Can't do a mile without dying midway through. Driving. Everyone I know has no problem with it, and here I'm struggling and afraid to take my car. Eating properly. I'm much better than I used to be, but I still have a long way to go. I go to the store thinking I'm going to make great choices today, and then I end up leaving with a can of soda or a bag of chips. Then I beat myself up as I chow down on my treats. At least I'm cooking at home more now than eating out. Spell the words license and maintenance without using autocorrect. Wink. I can do it, but I look like I'm trying really hard. Knowing right from left. I've messed up driving using a GPS because I confuse my right and left too often. Changing my bed sheets. Climb over baby gates. Cutting paper with a pair of scissors. Loading the dishwasher. Nothing ever fits properly. Getting on an escalator. Get up when my alarm goes off. Remembering why the fuck I walked into the room. Continuing to exist. Knowing left from right. Whistling and winking, not at the same time. It's ridiculous. Not saying a conversation killer. Reading an analog clock. Cook eggs. My sunny side ups always come out burnt and rubbery around the edges. Can't make a decent sandwich, just can't. Getting at least 8 hours of sleep. Study for exams. Tying my fucking shoes. I'm 1'5" and I still suck at tying my shoes. They are always untied and everyone in my life bullies me for it. Diet and exercise. It's not rocket science, you just move more than you eat. I fuck it up all the time. Taking out the trash. To speak the truth and stop lying. Rather, lying requires skill. I have a hard time with scheduling things, remembering important dates/deadlines, remembering to do chores until they pile up and someone else complains about it, and general things that have to do with memory. I can remember what someone's favorite color is, but I'll forget that I was supposed to take them to a really important doctor's appointment until it's too late. I've tried writing these things down on calendars, but I'll just end up forgetting to check the calendar. The only thing that helps is if I set an alarm for a certain event, but that only goes so far. I hope I don't have some type of memory disorder or something. Make tea. Exist. On graphs with thin divisions and lines. Read the graphs. Makes me feel queasy looking so closely. Also find the same with analog vernier scales. I'm lucky we have digital, but I'd struggle as an engineer if my digital broke. Deciding what to eat. I have tried to crack an egg many times, but I've never been able to do it successfully once. I always get eggshell into the bowl like an idiot. Meditate. All I frickin' have to do is sit there. It's not even uncomfortable. All I have to do is breathe. Knowing basic cooking terms. A clove of garlic is the little pieces inside, not the entire thing. When I had to peel 6 garlic cloves for a crockpot recipe, I ended up peeling 6 bulbs of garlic. I was confused about why it was taking so long. Fired the crockpot up, went to work, came home after work, and considered burning the place down instead of dealing with the intense garlic smell. Going outside. I can't spread butter evenly on a slice of toast. I either ruin the bread or the butter is lumped in one corner. I don't know what is wrong with me, and I would blame me being left-handed, but other left-handed people are good at shiz. Wink. I look like I'm having a seizure when I try. Not dropping things in my hands at least once a day, or doing something clumsy. It defies me how people can have no case on their phone. I feel like, even if I'm the epitome of health, when I'm older, I'm going to break a hip or die just from walking down the stairs, or getting out of the shower. Paying attention is actively maintaining that attention on any given thing. Reading a book. I have a rad and I just skip over parts in the book. I start to read halfway through a page randomly, and if I then force myself to focus and read every word, I very quickly start to look at every word and not read a single one. I haven't read a complete book for years, and not for a lack of trying. Being on time. Whistling, goddammit. Apparently I'm the only contact lens wearer on earth who still has to use 2 hands to put my lenses in. I'm incapable of developing skills. Have all my pee end up in the toilet. I don't if it's my height or my pee flow is too hard or what, but it's always getting all freaking over. Opening a can with a can opener, it just never works for me. Dancing. I have no rhythm and my limbs don't ever seem to work in a way that doesn't scream awkward. Making a paper airplane. I can do boats and other shit, but when someone hands me a piece of paper and tell me to make an airplane, I immediately fall blank. Not loosening the twisty tire when I open up a loaf of bread. Every single time. For me it's driving. Even high school dropouts and thugs can do it. Why can't I? Stay ahead of laundry. Remember to get my prescription for my anxiety medication on time. I get to the last tablet and realize I need more, but it takes a few days for it all to go through, and I feel rough as a badger's ass the entire time, and yet I always still forget. Talking to my parents. Use chopsticks. I shamelessly use forks at Chinese and sushi places. Otherwise I will seriously look like a toddler trying to figure out how to eat for the first time. Also, fudge using the cheetah chopsticks they make for little kids. Own your failure and use a damn fork.